Hello, Hound. I should take a bow. This is your last bit of stardom you're going to have. Well, unless of course you come out onto the field with us, but I don't think it's going to happen. Alright, let's go and greet the folks. Oh, welcome back to Blickling. Set in beautiful Norfolk, my home county, and this, as I was telling the Hound, is the last episode. Now, it's not going to be any conclusion like there was with Old Ridge. This is just I'm just going to carry on, because I will be carrying playing this when I've finished YouTubing, but the time has come to pack up on YouTube. Sad though it is, I'm just not enjoying it as much as I used to. It's some of the things that YouTube are doing which is not helping, and one or two other things, so least said and all that jazz. Right, we are starting harvest now. Every field is ready to harvest. It all came together. Now I was expecting 10 and 11 to come first. Now I've got Bob out on the field and he's already starting. I better get this out there. Just take the sheet off. I had to just do that because I couldn't search for the sheet was. I don't know whereabouts he is, but you see we've got the other tractor here, and the trailer is attached to it, the header trailer. Now I'm not expecting the first lap to be very good because it's just trying to set up a pointer, and I'm having to do round corners with Bob. Bob of course is course play. Let's see where he is at the moment. He's actually 57% full, so it's going to be a good harvest. A very good harvest indeed, I would have thought. I probably shouldn't be following round like this, but hell. And I will have to do a little bit of tidying up at the end to pick up these corners. Now, my voice sounds a bit lumpy. Now, where the hell's he gone? Missed that bit completely. It's because I haven't been sleeping too well. Not helped by the cats decided to play, and then come to see me early after morning to wake me up to see if I was okay. Yeah, he does. They think they're looking after me. Right, I don't think I want to be any closer now. I'm going to stop here, put the brake on. I'm going to shut the engine off too, because I don't want to be wasting diesel. We get going about 85–90%. We should about catch him up in that time. Now it's going to be awkward because he's not going to do a full lap. One thing I want to just do, you won't see this, just ignore this bit. I just want to sort out something on course play here. Don't remember how we do this. We just do that. I want to stop doing unloading, because if not it gets a bit hectic for this poor old boy. I'll just sit with that. And he's now up to 90%, so I think we better restart. I'll wait till you get to 100%. They're slightly slow. I don't like this and unloading once they're on the move, but I'm not as expert as some of you, and I've never pretended to be an expert at any of this. As you can see by the way I play, because normally you'd actually do the first headland the other way around with the spout inwards, but that wouldn't work on us because we can't get all the way around. Now we're going to have to trample on some of the crops, I think. See whereabouts we are. Stop there and let it go. Now, the reason I haven't stopped, because as soon as it gets down to 80%, especially on this first bit, it would start a wagon. We don't want that, do we? No, we don't. Nice old class Lexion. I like the class combines. I'm happy to see they're in 19 now as a matter of course. Just hope that doesn't upset cattle crops too much. But for me, I'm not worried about the class tractors. They don't do anything for me. But those combines look right. They look slim. And I better just move out of the way, because if I remember right, it doesn't like coming past them too close. And I'm hoping, and I'm going to have to get around the corner here, I think, and then park right into the hedge. Oh, like this one here is. And hope that will miss me. Now, I'm doing this bit because it's simpler to set up a play course to do the harvest. On 15, of course, I'd set up auto combine. Auto combine, or its modern equivalent, works on here on 17, but it's not quite as, doesn't seem as good as it was on 15. 15, it didn't used to leave hardly a drop of grain on the field. Oh, what are we doing there? So we've got straw there, because I will be baling that to put into the store. I need to fill the store up again. I'm going to have to actually put all, I think I've got enough all the grain. I think I'll do this one. I'll say what to put all of it. I'll do this one and one, I think it is. I'll just have a look. One, what is in one? One is wheat, yeah. Certainly do these two for bales, and possibly two. Do these three for bales, I think, and the other one we will. Oh, we certainly won't do that one because it's a bit of a long way to bring for a small field. 4 we may do, but that means coming around by road. 9 might be, yeah, I think 9, 10, 1, 2 we're bale, and the other 2 we won't. See, I'm doing no rape this year. Rape will come in another year, but again, you won't see it, I'm afraid. And we just wait now for him to get there. I think about the times I've done videos on Blickling, both this version and the 15 version, I've always enjoyed playing this. The fields are bigger than I generally tend to play, but that's never seemed to matter so much here. And the fields are a lot more difficult than they seem to be. They've all got these nice gentle climbs and dips, and they tend to bend always, as they do around here. Norfolk and Suffolk are known as flat, but we're not that flat. You try cycling around the place, you soon find you need lower gears fairly frequently, unless you're very young and very fit, and I'm neither. I never have been. Oh, I've been young, but I've never been very fit. I made an art of not being fit. I'm not helped by between 20 and 40 fags a day at me peak. No, because I don't smoke. It's funny how life changes, isn't it? But you can see too, there's some lovely field shapes there. Now these, I think, are taken off actual fields around Blickling. Blickling's a village I've never actually been to. I keep meaning to, but I've never actually been there. Been to Fakenham and Alsham, but I've never actually been to Blickling. I think, I suppose it's like everything else, it's on your doorstep. It's like when I lived in Ersham, we had the Otter Trust, Philip Ware's idea, which worked for saving the British Otter. Let's put the brake on. I'll leave the engine on this time, getting far off. And he bought an old farm in Hersham and he set up the Otter Trust. And that was years before he went there. Now this was famous, probably world famous. But I never actually went there until quite a bit later. It closed down now as an Otter Trust because they've done the work. They have reintroduced the European otter into Britain. I think I have told this tale before, but I remember as a young man, we used to have otter packs, otter hunts. Same as you have fox hunts, but we had otter hunts. And the local pack went out one day and didn't catch anything. And they said, there, we're not doing any damage because we're not catching them. You see, we're not taking them. Overlooking the slight problem that the reason they wouldn't catch them because there weren't any. Yes, you got it right. I'm a limp-wristed liberal. I dislike hunting intensely. But I'm not a vegetarian. I eat meat. But if that's grown properly or looked after properly, I have no problem with that. But what I will not have is something hunted just for the hell of it. Where I'm in two minds about angling. Now, angling for the pot I like. That's fishing, for those who don't know. I have no problem at all with fishing for the pot, and I always used to. I used to go eeling, catching eels, which are also getting short now. But we caught those so we could eat them. Not to say we caught a new British record size. I have no problems at all with that. Now I want to go out and should do that. Should have that turn. If not, we're back up. Yeah, we're back up a bit once we filled this up. Or rather, emptied the combine up. We won't fill this up. It'll be about 99% full. I'm just going to go back so I can go forward. I will put the sheet on. Yes, on. Although the combine won't damage any crops because the people who make horseplay stopped it from damaging crops when you're using it. The tractor and trailer will was me driving. I say I'm driving. That's sort of being a bit kind, I suppose, to my modus operandi. I don't really drive. I just point it and hope. Yeah, so we're going to be doing this now for the next. I shall be doing a lot of this off screen. A hell of a lot. Right there, dude. Put the brake on. We just lift her up and dump out the first load. Should be fairly dry too. I don't think we had much rain lately. Well, it looks like we've got plenty of time to get it in because we got quite a few dry days now. When we had the straightforward Welsh weather in there, it was a little bit problematical whether you're going to get the harvest done in time. Now I altered it a bit to make it a bit more like it is in the east. We haven't got the same problems. Not very a pity, really, just for gameplay reasons. I've actually driving the JCB at the moment. I've been driving the Bartra most of the time, which is it's a lovely tractor. How far we got? 32. Well, we're going to catch up to where it is. That may come round and pass us now. I think I've done 5 headlands. It's going to be 5. I'm giving plenty of room to turn around. I'm not actually certain on how much room course place 17 needs now. I know 15 was abysmal, right? You think you're missing a lot here, you used to miss a lot more. But if I'd done turn corners, what they call turn corners, it wouldn't be missing anywhere near as much. But on Blickling, with the field edges close to hedges which are collidable, you haven't got the space to do that. Right, let's stop here for a moment. See what else needs doing. That's where here, well, the price of those are dropping. It doesn't on this one. That's only 19. What's the best price? It looks like the best price is Gunton Hall. Oh, it's getting better. As we're watching, getting better at the brewery. Barley would normally go into a brewery, which is yeah, put that in. Being an ex-maltster. The cows were okay. I sold off the eggs, by the way. We've now got another 22. Ooh. Let's just get back to that. Rather nice actually having a not having to do both jobs. I think we're going to get a fair amount in this field. This is a large field, 10. An odd shape, but it's a large field, right? I think we shall start rolling slowly. It's a bit better food. You can see the dashboard now. Slower. Keep it quite slow. As I said, we will have to do some here, and what I will do on the corners here, well, I have to tidy up. I will switch the straw swarf off because I don't particularly want that straw all over the show. Because how it is now, I can go through and do it as it is without having to go ahead and rake it all. Let that get ahead a bit. Oh, they've got the transport over again. I think we're about to invade Wales. The madness of the world of that would put that past some of the politicians. There we go. Whoa. Oh, we are caught. It's just putting 4-wheel drive up here. So this is a very awkward field to do, and I'm just being stabbed by Jade, who's decided to let me know she's upstairs again, and she's going nuts again. We have a nutty cat. We have several nutty cats actually. That's one of the reasons I didn't sleep last night. One of them got a toy mouse and he was chucking it on the bed, chasing it on the bed, taking it off the bed, chucking it up again for about a quarter an hour, 20 minutes. Then he and Jay decided to serenade us. Yes, I know. So you cat haters will say, yeah, I told you, it's young folk having cats. Cat lovers will know exactly what I'm talking about. Talk about that. An interesting thing I heard on the radio the other day. That dog people don't like cats, but cat people quite like dogs. I think it's actually some truth in that. I like dogs. I used to have dogs. As a kid, I always had a cat. I had one cat, my companion for years. Was Topsy. He was a beast of a cat. Nothing seemed to scare him, including dogs. Whether they be Pekingese or next door, which he actually managed to kill. He scratched the eye very badly on this Pekingese, and that had to be put down. To a mate's Doberman, who he flew at, and Zoe the Doberman went home. Well, I was going to say tail between her legs, but because she had the dog tail. Horrible thing to do to dogs, the dog and the tails. Hey, you must admit you get a rummer range of discussion on this channel. I surprise myself sometimes what I'm talking about. Oh, what does it look like outside? Yeah, not a bad day. It's like you picked a crowd than last time you were here. Well, it looks a nice day. I do like this skybox that I can never remember his name or even pronounce it. But it's on the American Eagle modding site. Very good site. I highly recommend it. It's now my second place to go now. We haven't got the likes of PCSG or FSUK to go to. Giants on Mod Hub is first, then that was second. Mod host that I'm getting a little bit dubious of because they rather too frequently I get the message come the English side of it. Their certificates are out of date. Shouldn't be doing it, guys. You definitely shouldn't be doing it. German site is normally alright, but as I don't speak German, it's sometimes a little bit of a difficulty getting what I want. Whoa, we're running away. We've got the runaway train here. How many laps we've done there? 4, we've got one more I think to do. Looks like I could have got away with 4, okay. Well, we will get headlands done, I think, now, before. If I was doing this by hand, I'd only do 2 headlands, but automatic, I like doing several more. You can see too the slope beside the field run up to the hedge. Why we don't plough that bit because it's too much of a slope on there. When you look at that poor old Ultra, they've cantered way over. Oh, I don't know. Put the brake on again. No, he's not got his. It might be just forward on him. Is he going to start doing headlands? Let's have a look. Yes, I think he's not doing headlands, he's doing up and down. So I'd better move this out. Well, I'm going to have to watch out. Oh, almost got run over. I'm going to have to watch out when I am unloading. I think what we may do is, as soon as he gets about 80%, I will think about unloading. These are only short edges here, but that's why you have to leave so much space. A lot more space you would do if you do it by hand. It was on Blickling 15. I had a combine. I can't remember which field it was. It's one with a tree, roughly where we got a tree here. It wasn't this field, it's one further up 9 or something like that, 9 or 8 I would have thought. And we had a tree right in the edge of the field, a bit like this, and the combine was trying to climb it. It's got the front wheels off the ground. And I could never find that video again. It's on there somewhere. I looked for it a couple of years ago but couldn't find it. And I began to think perhaps I was going even madder than I actually am, and I hadn't done that. But I remember it well. I left the combining once I'd done something else. I think I may even have had automatic unload on. Of course, set to unload it, but decided that anyway. The other side, and I've got to get it going up. I think we might just empty it off this time. Just for safety. And we're going to offload then. Be enough. I'm going to hope that stops. I'm going to come out of cab so I can see what I'm doing. I know I shouldn't do. Should try and play properly, but we're into a bit too close. Well, that's it. We got it. Get back in the cab and we'll put a brake on. Just empty that off and then we're going to offload this trailer. When we come back we should have time to do that, but not much more. In fact, what I should do now is once we're here, I'm going to just going to do that. Then have our little screenshot. Put the sheet back on. I'll get my my little helpers up in a moment. I will need them because I cannot play without the screen full of detail. I'll do that also on load. I know I better do it before because I'm not going to know when I'm in the right place. That's it. It's been a real pleasure to bring you Blickling. I have enjoyed it immensely. I have enjoyed every minute of playing on Blickling. It's one of those maps, like Old Reach, which I really love, which is why it's my second favourite map. It's my favourite 17 map by a long way. Not that there's anything wrong with the other ones, but it still happens that you always get a favourite, one that suits you. As everybody knows, my favourite of all time is Old Ridge. This is probably my second favourite of all time. I'm not going to go any further down that, but you have seen all my 7 favourites. I think you might have seen all 7 by now. I think Watts Farm goes up this weekend. Which for Thursday this will be last weekend. This gets confusing, doesn't it? If you think you're confused, just try and be me for... I know the thought frightens you. That frightens me too. Right, well that's set up, and I'm going to end here. And I'm going to say we're just driving a little bit. We'll just hop aboard here with Bob. I'd like to thank each and every one of you for all your support. I will be doing a fuller appreciation with my very last video, which was still in the planning stage. I know, I'm slow. Nothing really special or spectacular. I'm just going to have a nice quiet video where we can just talk. It might be a bit longer than the average too. I'm not certain yet. But anyway, I'm going to say thank you very much for watching. If you like what you saw, please consider leaving a like. Any comments, questions, queries, suggestions, I will keep an eye on this channel until YouTube takes it down, which I fully expect them to with their new copper system. So I'm not signing anything. I'm perfectly willing to take responsibility for the content of my videos, but not to save Google's face or Google's purse. If they were paying full tax in Britain, I might consider it, but as they don't even pay full tax, tough. Anyway, but until it's taken down, I will be keeping an eye on the channel, and any comments that come in, I will answer. Can't say fair enough. Yes, I can. I just said fair enough. Oh, sorry, it's an old joke. I am full of old jokes. Well, I am an old man. Who's getting older all the time? Alright, what else? Oh, yes, so I think without further ado, it's me saying cheerio for now. Cheerio.